If you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. Word around the league is absolutely buzzing right now, and it all centers on one name that instantly makes defensive coordinators lose sleep: Tyreek Hill. Yeah, you heard that right. The rumor going around is that Tyreek Hill, the cheetah himself, has landed in Cleveland to sign with the Browns. No official announcement yet, no press conference, no team post, but several eyewitnesses have spotted him arriving at the Browns facility early this morning. Some claim he was wearing Browns colors. Others say he was surrounded by his agent and a few members of Cleveland's front office. The tension online exploded within minutes. X, Instagram, every NFL forum, everyone's talking about what this could mean. If this is real, it's not just another free agent signing. It's a potential league-shifting move that could completely transform the AFC North landscape. Imagine Tyreek Hill running routes in that Cleveland cold, turning short passes from Deshaun Watson into instant touchdowns, leaving defenders frozen in their tracks. It sounds wild, but every major move in the NFL starts exactly like this. As a whisper, a sighting, a rumor that feels too crazy to be true until suddenly it's official and everyone's scrambling to understand how it happened. What makes this rumor so explosive isn't just the name involved, but the timing of it all. The Browns are quietly having one of the most intriguing off-seasons in recent memory, reshaping their offensive identity after another season that fell short of expectations. And here comes Tyreek Hill, potentially walking into a roster that already features one of the most physical backfields in the league and a quarterback desperate to prove he's still elite. Hill's move would signal that Cleveland is done being a middle-of-the-pack team. They're going all in on speed, playmaking, and fireworks. But here's where things get interesting. There's been no public word from the Dolphins yet. No denials, no confirmations, total silence. That silence is fueling even more speculation that a blockbuster trade might already be in motion behind the scenes. Some insiders are whispering that the deal includes multiple picks and a player swap, while others think Hill's agent pushed for a release to seek a fresh start. Either way, his presence in Cleveland has fans refreshing their feeds like it's draft night all over again. The question that's on everyone's mind right now is simple: why Cleveland? Of all the possible destinations for one of the league's most electrifying receivers, why would Tyreek Hill choose the Browns? Maybe it's about proving something, showing he can thrive outside of Miami's sunny system, in a gritty, hard-nosed city that lives and breathes football. Or maybe it's a money play, with Cleveland offering a record-breaking extension to lure him in. There's even talk that Hill was impressed with the Browns' coaching staff and the vision they presented for him in the offense. Kevin Stefanski has always valued balance and versatility, and adding a weapon like Hill could open up the playbook in ways the Browns have never experienced. Imagine motion sets with Hill crossing behind Amari Cooper, fake jet sweeps turning into deep bombs, and screens that become 70-yard highlights. If this rumor holds weight, Cleveland's offense might finally have that spark, that one piece that forces defenses to play scared again. And for a city starved for offensive excitement, the idea alone feels almost too good to be real. But let's not forget, Tyreek Hill doesn't move quietly. Every time he's changed situations, the entire NFL ecosystem has shifted. When he left Kansas City, people thought Mahomes would struggle without him. Instead, both sides thrived in different ways. Now, with Miami reportedly facing cap pressure and internal tension about their future direction, it wouldn't be shocking if Hill decided to explore a new chapter. Cleveland, meanwhile, has quietly become an appealing destination. A strong defense, improving offensive line, and a coaching staff that survived chaos. That stability might actually be what Hill wants. Sources close to players have mentioned that he's been looking for a team that lets him be himself, somewhere he feels supported beyond the field. If he believes Cleveland can offer that, then this rumor isn't just smoke. It's a signal that the Browns are finally stepping into the spotlight as a legitimate contender. Still, until there's a signature, it's all speculation. But man, what a story this would be. Social media has completely lost its mind over this. Fans in Cleveland are already editing Tyreek Hill into Browns jerseys, posting mock lineups, and declaring Super Bowl runs before anything's official. Dolphins fans, on the other hand, are in full panic mode. Some are demanding answers from the front office, while others are in denial, claiming it's a publicity stunt or some elaborate misunderstanding. Reporters are circling, trying to get a word from Hill's camp, but so far, radio silence. The most anyone's gotten is a cryptic emoji post on Hill's story, the eye emoji followed by a brown heart. That was enough to send Twitter into absolute chaos. Within minutes, #HillToCleveland was trending worldwide. If this rumor turns out to be false, it'll go down as one of the wildest fakeouts in recent NFL history. But if it's true, it's a moment that could redefine both Hill's career and the future of the Browns franchise. The city of Cleveland hasn't felt this kind of excitement in years, and you can feel it in every conversation, every post, every rumor that refuses to die down. There's also something poetic about this potential move. Tyreek Hill, known for his lightning speed and flashy play, joining a franchise that's built on grit, history, and heartbreak. The Browns have always carried that underdog energy, that chip on the shoulder, and Hill has that same mentality, constantly proving people wrong, redefining what's possible on the field. It's almost like the perfect storm. A player who thrives on proving doubters wrong and a team desperate to flip the narrative. Some insiders are even suggesting that Hill might be seeking legacy, not just stats or rings, but a chance to be remembered as the player who helped turn around one of the most tortured franchises in football. Imagine the narrative if he walks into Cleveland, lights up defenses, and helps take them deep into the playoffs. That's movie-level storytelling. Whether this ends up being fact or fantasy, the very idea of it has already done something magical. It's made the Browns the talk of the NFL, and that alone is worth watching closely. As the rumor keeps snowballing, insiders are starting to dig deeper into what a possible deal could actually look like. The Browns front office has been notoriously tight-lipped, but that silence often means something big is brewing behind closed doors. Word is, the team has been clearing cap space in subtle moves over the past few weeks, restructuring contracts and trimming depth chart fat. Now it all makes sense. They might have been setting the table for a mega deal like this. Tyreek Hill's current contract in Miami is massive, so Cleveland would need to make financial magic happen to pull this off. But the Browns have shown before that when they want someone, they'll find a way. They proved it with Deshaun Watson's guaranteed deal, shocking the entire league. If they're willing to invest that kind of money in a quarterback, why not double down and bring in a superstar receiver to maximize that investment? Fans can already see it. Watson launching a deep bomb, Hill streaking past defenders, and First Energy Stadium erupting like it's never erupted before. The visual alone gives Cleveland fans goosebumps. At the same time, not everyone's buying it. Skeptics are pointing out that Hill's brand has always been tied to warm-weather cities, flashy markets, and speed-based offenses, not the gritty, cold AFC North style. Would a player like him really thrive in December games where the snow's falling sideways and the wind's cutting through Lake Erie? It's a fair question, but if there's one thing about Tyreek Hill that no one can deny, it's that he adapts. He's dominated in every situation he's been thrown into, whether it's high-scoring shootouts or tough, physical matchups. Some analysts think this move could actually showcase a different side of his game. Precision route running, leadership, and resilience. Plus, Cleveland's offensive system could use someone who forces defenses to respect every inch of the field. Hill could open up the run game, make life easier for Watson, and even extend the careers of veterans like Cooper. So while some fans are questioning the fit, others are starting to realize it might actually make perfect football sense. Behind the scenes, you can bet agents, executives, and insiders are working their phones nonstop. These types of deals don't just happen overnight. They're months in the making. There's talk that this conversation between Hill's camp and the Browns has been ongoing since the preseason, maybe even earlier. Supposedly, things heated up after the Dolphins' front office failed to guarantee certain incentives in Hill's contract, causing frustration behind closed doors. That's when Cleveland stepped in, quietly expressing interest, waiting for the right moment to strike. And that moment might be now. The Browns have the assets, the urgency, and the ambition. They've seen the AFC stack up with elite playmakers, and they know they need more firepower if they want to keep up with teams like the Chiefs, Bengals, and Ravens. Adding Hill would be more than a splash move. It would be a declaration of intent. Cleveland would no longer be the hunter. They'd be the hunted, and that's a completely new role for them. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. The NFL is a league built on moments like these, where the unexpected becomes the new normal. Every offseason brings a rumor that feels impossible until it happens. Brady to Tampa, Rodgers to the Jets, Beckham to the Rams. Now it's Hill to the Browns, and the idea doesn't seem so far-fetched anymore. What's even more interesting is how this would reshape not just the Browns' offense, but the entire AFC North dynamic. Defenses that used to stack the box against Cleveland's running game would now have to respect the deep threat every single play. That changes everything. It changes how teams prepare, how coordinators call games, how cornerbacks position themselves. You can already imagine the ripple effect. A move like this forces every team in the division to react, to evolve. And for a franchise like the Browns, that's exactly what they've needed. A move that puts them at the center of the conversation, not just as contenders, but as innovators. Of course, until pens hit paper, it's all talk. But man, this rumor feels different. It's not some random post from an unreliable source. There's energy behind it, momentum, a sense that something's actually happening. The way people inside the league are reacting, the way the story's being whispered rather than shouted. That's usually a sign of truth bubbling beneath the surface. Tyreek Hill arriving in Cleveland isn't just about football. It's about image, legacy, and impact. If this deal goes through, it sends a message that players aren't just chasing comfort or weather or market size anymore. They're chasing moments, challenges, and meaning. Cleveland offers that. A passionate fan base, a team hungry to win, and a chance to be remembered forever. If Hill wants to be more than just a superstar, if he wants to be an icon, this could be the move that defines his career. And so, as the sun sets over the Cleveland skyline tonight, fans are glued to their screens, waiting for that one notification that could change everything. Maybe it'll drop in the middle of the night. A breaking news alert from Adam Schefter or Ian Rappaport confirming what everyone's been whispering about. Maybe it's all smoke, a brilliantly timed rumor that sent the football world into a frenzy for a few days. Either way, it's captured the imagination of millions. The thought of Tyreek Hill in brown and orange has already lit a fire under this city. The streets are buzzing, the bars are full of speculation, and every conversation seems to end with the same question. Is it really happening? That's the beauty of the offseason. Hope, chaos, and the kind of storytelling that makes football bigger than just a game. Whether he signs or not, Tyreek Hill has already given Cleveland something it hasn't had in a long time, a reason to dream big again. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!